morning and welcome back to Morning Markets. Paul Durrance, Investment Director. If we start by looking at equity market returns yesterday, mixed returns on the whole. US equities were noticeably weaker, and that was driven by or led by technology and consumer discretionary sectors such as Microsoft, and that was on the back of some more comments from US central bank officials that talked about higher interest rates sooner. And that's much of the narrative that we've heard over the past few weeks, where the risks of inflation has seen central banks think about higher interest rates, and that's pushed bond yields higher since the start of the year. That's impacted the valuations of these expensive technology stocks, and therefore we saw a little bit of weakness yesterday. In Europe, we saw returns were flat over the day, but here in the UK, the FTSE 100 was up again, up 0.2%, but for the year, they were up 2.5%, so a good start for UK stocks. If we look at economic data and what we saw yesterday, we had the US Producer Price Index, which is the cost that producers of goods and services are paying for the likes of raw materials and input costs. That's important because the more costs that they're seeing, the more likely that they are to pass those higher costs to customers. What we saw over the month was those producer costs actually fall, down from 0.7% to 0.2%. which is good news because that filters into the inflationary narrative that inflation may have peaked and start to ease this year. As we heard from George this week, US inflation hit 7%, a 4-decade high, but we do expect that the inflation to start easing, and so this data supports that narrative. Elsewhere, we had Chinese export data. We saw that hit 20.9% year on year, which is an extraordinarily high number. And that's just a reflection of businesses and households spending. They're in a much healthier state over the last 2 years because they've built up high cash savings and now are using those cash savings to go out and buy goods. And that's a sign of getting back to economic normalisation with global activity strengthening. That's all from me today. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on Monday.
Subscribing to the True Potential YouTube channel is quick and easy. Simply go to the channel on your desktop or through the YouTube app on your phone and click the subscribe button. You can then press the notification bell symbol if you wish to be notified as and when new videos are released. Doing this is a great way to keep yourself updated with market developments and personal finance insights. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and we look forward to continuing to help you do more with your money.